Okay, hello everybody. Welcome. Well, I saying the thing. Okay, no problem. Give me a second. I'm gonna copy the new link to you guys. Okay. All right, everybody. Okay. Can everybody okay, hear this? Okay, just give me a big thumbs up or reaction to the chat. So I make sure the audio everything is working at the moment. Give us another 1 minute to get everything started. Yeah. Okay, so waiting for our other co-hosts. Okay. Jaslyn to join in. Okay. Give me a second. I got a message here. Hold on. Okay.
Join that.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay, everybody. Okay. This is hold on. This is it. This is the Zoom link. This is Zoom link. 对啊。3 2 3 3 对啊。This is the one.
So I have to put the detail.
Hold on.
832。
你自己 click 啊，你这边没有WhatsApp吗？
我进了也是来，奇怪，你看呢？
Yep. Hi Florence, thank you so much for feedback. Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. Okay, we're having some small technical difficulties at the moment. Okay, give us a few more 1 more minute for our for Jaslyn to join in. Okay. 你没有 account 吗？
因为这进不了。
Relax. Okay, sign in. 你先 sign in 先。你 sign in 听先对。Okay. Sorry. Okay, how's everybody doing? Okay, thank you. Hi Grace, thank you so much. Okay, we are having some technical difficulties, so just a few more minutes. We're logging in right now. Okay, so we will have some notes for everybody. Okay, as well as if you are worried about missing out the content, we actually will record this content right now. Okay, and then we will post it on YouTube, share everybody. Okay. Okay, so coming soon. Hold on for a short while. We're having some technical challenges. Okay. Okay. So you click yes. Now you click the link to go in. Okay. All right, everybody. Okay. If you have any questions or manifestation, okay, feel free to message in the chat. Okay, we'll be monitoring the chat as we go along. Okay. So. Okay. So on the video.
Finally.
Okay, can. Finally, okay. 直接 share 你的那个，你 share 吗？你可以 share click yes. Okay, to the first page. First page. Okay, first page. Okay. And then share. Green button. Okay, coming soon. Okay. Okay.
Can see the.
Not yet. Okay. Now, okay. So can okay. So little share. Okay. turn off the sharing for a short while. Say hello to everybody.
Oh, hello everyone. Sorry, I have technical problems. Although when
Don't
we
worry.
do testing, it works, but somehow,
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah, when we change the link, it
Mhm.
kind of stuck a little bit.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
So everybody, welcome. Okay. So right now everyone can see the Zoom link. I'll just do a quick double check on the Zoom. Okay. Thank you, Florence. Thank you, Florence. Okay. So right now we're going to do a quick presentation, okay, of the situation. Okay, but I thought we have a quick introduction of each other first.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you can start with Jesslyn first.
All right, sure. Yeah, hi, everyone. I think I'm not I'm supposed to be familiar face to all of you. And thanks that Ryan's also invited his friends and clients to this forum, and some of them are mine. I'm not stranger to most of you because I also know most of you here, and I'm here to work with the Bryans to bring the best out of our mind into the world so that you can access to infinite possibilities that can change the world or to change what you want to achieve at the end of the day. So here we go. We have Ryan's, my partners. You want to introduce yourself?
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Ryan. Okay, so I actually have very good success in terms of manifestation because there's some activities that I've done and give me good success. And I've been asked to share how I gained so much success through manifestation. And by working with Jesslyn, we hope to bring our experiences as well as all this feedback and to teach everybody how to successfully get manifestation. And that's why we consider this as a manifestation, using magnetic forces, okay, to attract the manifestation to all of you. Okay. So without further ado, I think we can start on the presentation. So I start with Jesslyn first.
Yeah, I think first of all, I would like to thank my clients who have been requesting me to set up these training sessions. Actually, with all the encouragements from all of you, or perhaps some of you, that you'll see the result after the consult with me and you'll benefit from it. It really gives me a lot of encouragements and confidence that, yeah, the mechanic works, the formulas works, and that's the reason why you guys are asking for this class. So with these motivations, I think if we create something that's beyond what my clients can benefit, I think that will be a great benefit to people at the large. So I hope today's sessions is a little bit of preview, can give you a little bit of insight that can be a takeaway and also to help you in the next steps. All right, so without further ado, I would like to give you a broad overview of our training courses and also what does it mean to the science of the ancient wisdoms. All right, so let's go ahead now. Okay, okay, so basically we are going to touch on a lot of things related to your mind because the mind is about the subconscious of how are we going to be the master of your mind so that you can unleash your superpower. So we will also touch about how your superpowers works against you or benefiting you. So by mastering what you know and mastering what you have inside, that will give you a lot of possibilities and success. Okay, so I also link it to the law of attractions because there's a lot of out there information talk about the language of the universe. And today you are going to assess and knowing that what are the language that you can tap on, where is the limitation of the publications that's out there have saying, but with the ancient methodology, that's where you can accelerate your growth. Okay, so I like this Sun Tzu phrases, always says that know themselves, know their enemies, 1,000 battles for 1,000 victories. So essentially, it's important that we need to know ourselves, like what is our superpower, what is our potential, what is our talent, and what are the things that we can do to grow ourselves. And next, what is your enemy? Yes, your enemy could be your competitor, your somebody that is like okay, maybe the competitors of your business, but actually the greatest enemy is yourself. Because if you have things that is blocking you, or you have things that is prevent you from growth, that is your enemies. And what is your weakness? What is your belief systems? All this is your enemies that prevents your breakthrough. So with these sessions, you will get to know what is your enemies, what is your mind blockage, and what is the things that's holding you back. And of course, by knowing yourself, knowing your enemy, you can win. Because firstly, you have to break through yourself in order to break through to the next stage. So in our sessions, we will be talking about awareness of yourself, and then awakening your enemies and how to tempt it. And of course, the winning part is aspire, knowing what you want. And through the one, you can write the script and rewrite your desires and achieve it through activations. And what's most important, at the end of the day, it will be how you can achieve the goals that you want. All right. So maybe has can you all type okay, let me know. Are you a person that you need to see it to believe it, or you believe it to see it? Okay, can I have some, like number one is seeing to believe it. Tab number two, which is believe it to see it. Okay. Okay. Well, there's no right and wrong. See to believe it is tend to be, you see it, then you do it. You see other people doing it, it works, then you do it. But believe it to see it is a leap of faith. You just have a strong feeling that you know it's going to work, and then you make sure that it works and it happened. So, you know, people who stands in the field of believing to see it, meaning no one, it's like a green field. When Steve Jobs created iPhone, he may not know whether it's going to be success or not. He just believes that it is meant for the world. It's going to revolutionize. It's going to transform. And he believe it, and he see the success. So for those who see to believe it, it's like, oh, iPhone works. Then they started to create perhaps an Android phone or a Google phone. So this is to see to believe it, because they say, wow, the market, it works. And therefore they start to go in. So in summary, what does it mean? It means that you are lag in one step behind the others. So by having the belief to see it is to bring things of your intuitions out, and you don't know whether it works or not, but you just have to focus and put a lot of energy in it, and then to define what you want it to be and the outcomes going to unleash the world of change. So that is to believe to see it. I know that you also mentioned about belief to see it, about the Christian Columbus.
Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus. You want to share about this?
Sure, no problem. Okay, give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, this one we was talking about this was quite interesting. Like what happens in the ancient times when Christopher Columbus, he has this philosophy, and guess what's the finding?
Okay, so I remember this saying because mentor told us that Christopher Columbus believed that he can find the path to India by sailing to the west. Okay, he didn't see it. Okay, he saw the spice, he saw the opportunity, and he believed that he can find a path to India by sailing westwards. And that's the reason why it came out to be, when you need the Native American, they call it the Indians. Okay, so this is something that I believe in, because I've seen it happen to other people. So I believe that I can do it, even though I may not know the process directly. I may not know how long it takes for me to get what I want, but I believe I can do it. Okay.
Thanks for that very good insight. So you believe it and you will see the result. That's the key message of it. Okay, now, how many people have read this book, which is The Secret? or perhaps other popular books like The Law of Attractions and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon, or even this book called The Four Agreements, and then The Power of Now, then Alchemist. I think Tony Robbins, mostly all of us know who is he, Awaken the Giant. And all these are best-selling books. And they sell in million or billions numbers of books worldwide. And because people believe that the law of attractions work. But here, there's a secret, or there is something that is missed from all these books. So because in these are the conventional way. Interestingly, when I do a research by reading all this book and all these books, if you look at the red one, which is they're talking about positive thinking, even Think Rich also positive thinking, and the law of attractions, vibrations, and the other number two keywords is setting goals. Once you have positive thinking, you know what you want, then you set the goals. And you say other books also talk about achieving goals. And the third thing is about mindfulness, and then be present and trust the journey. So these are the conventional approach. Let me show you. In a conventional approach, the first step is about thinking of what you want. Feel that you already have it, like, oh, I want a house. I feel that I'm already living in the big bungalows house, and I send my energy to it. I feel positive about it, and send the vibrations to the universe that, yes, I'm going to get it. I'm good at it. And they use the power of now. So these are the three conventional approaches that you can read from Oden's book. But what we are going to cover today is a fourth dimension, which is the missing puzzles that they have not shared with you guys. And that the missing part is where we are going to take you through the 4 realms of universe. So these 4 realms, in the ancient times, they term this as Chimen Dunjia. So this was developed since, like, I think 3,000 or 4,000 years ago, where the ancient Chinese, they already know the secrets. And the secret of these 4 alignment from the universe, which is because they like to call Sun, which is the gods, and then the next layer, which is the heaven, which is Tian, and then the third dimension, which is the earth, which is Di, and the last one, which is human, the man itself, which is us. And how are we going to execute to make things happen? So these are the 4 key missing things that was not covered in the secrets book or all other manifestations theory. So having this, accessing to this forum, you will get to unleash the possibilities. Okay, so within the 4 realm of alignment, there are 3 stages that we have come up with to make it easy to understand. Because the first steps, remember the conventional 3 steps, which is the thinking and transform. So it's about vibration level. So the vibration level, later I'm going to cover what is vibrations level. And then number 2, which is navigations and directions. Navigate, like where you want to go and how you're going to go, and clarify with the goals that you want to achieve. And lastly, of course, is the growth stage, because that is where once you go through the first and 2, and then you will see how you grow and achieve the desires of your life. Okay, so let me take you through the first one, which is vibrations level. Okay, I think this was taken from David Hawking. He was a very famous professor and neuroscientist. He believed, he did a research and do a finding that, okay, it's a human being, there is a downward spiral and upward spiral, or in a sense that we are divided into the frequency level, from frequency of shame, guilty, grief or fear or desire. So these are the destructive energy. And why the secret mentions about you need to be positive, and that is the words, and that is the part of it. That's why people who are manifesting and doesn't work is because they are living in the downward spiral, which is a destructive energy. Because when the destructive energies kick in, meaning like they feel guilt that they not to take the steps to move ahead, they feel shame, they feel that they are not worthy, they are fear of failure, they just have a desire but without the actions. These are the things that prevent us from growth. And if you can break through the destructive level, which is entering to the green zone, which you from a negative or downward spirals into a neutral mode or frequency, that's where you will started to be willing and accept and have a joy or love or even peace level. And that is where you can start to create your possibilities, because this is a stage of creation, and this is a stage of creativity what comes in. Because in the intelligence mind, we have a limited knowledge, but a creative mind will bring you beyond your limited intelligence. So this is what happened to people who have high spiritual sensory person. You see, there's a HSP, right? So high spiritual or high sensory person, they are very sensitive. So when you become very sensitive, you have high awareness and wealth capabilities, because you become well liked by many peoples. And not just only that, and they have things that they could sense and feel others, and knowing what's other intentions or the motive of others. And it also means that they understand what's the people's needs. Because the moment that you get into the high sensory stage, it's like you know the people's pain and you provide the solutions to solve the people's problems. The more that you get connected, the more that you are able to provide values to the peoples. And that is where the wealth of creations evolve. So in order to achieve that, with some training and know-how, they can also unleash the capabilities by bring the values to the people. So in fact, every one of us can achieve that level. It's just that we have been impeded by the destructive energies, and therefore we cannot tap into the creative energies or creative vibrations that we are supposed to be. So those people who are living in the low vibrations, they will be attracted to people who are like-minded. So that's why we say the birds flock together, right? So if you are living in the low vibrations, you are typically tend to mix with people who are at the same vibrations level. In order to get out, you need to see who's the friends that you mix up with. Then you need to upgrade to the people that have more energy, more positive, and more encouragement. And that's where you're going to change the world that you're living in. So that is a very first steps of how you can get out from the destructive environment. Okay, next. Show you, okay. You know, in our program is nothing voodoos or nothing religious, because I use the approach of neuro-linguistic programs. And I also realized that even in the scientific approach, they look at NLP. It's the science of brain works, because NLP stands for neural system processes. It processes our experience, vice versa our senses. You see, in a neuro linguistic is about communication system through which our experience are given the meaning. Meaning, like in our experience, we know if it's stink or it's a nice picture, and then we use our speech to express it, and then we use feeling to reject and accept things. So these are the sensories of neuro-linguistic, and which is aligned to our ancient wisdoms of Chimen Tunjia, that we judge things. Whereas in the programming part, which is neuro-linguistic program, is about how we communicate ourselves with each other to achieve our goals. And you may not know that actually we came into this world with a right brain mastery or right brain dominance that's linked to our heart. If you look at a baby, they come up with their left brain is not active, because left brain is about analytical thinking, and then numberings, logical thinking, reasoning. That is a left brain's capability. A baby doesn't, because they don't have a logical thinkings, all this, and they are pure mind. So this is a state that we want to bring our experience back in order to unleash your miracle self. So this is where we call return to the state of heaven. So remember this I was saying, the universe and the heaven. So that is a heaven state that we want to activate, so that we can be like pre-mortal states where you return to your right brain as a brain and heart dominance. Because in the modern world of brain research, they discover that our brains work together. So if you can reactivate your right brain, that is where your emotional intelligence, your imaginations, and your art of awareness evolve, and your intuition started to be sharpened. So that is NLP. Okay. So in our classes here, we look at the four realm of alignments, where once you know how you can change your vibrations, and you will be starting to clear your mind to have a focus to your navigations and directions with the creatives or goals that you want to achieve. Okay, that is the stage 2. Because once you know your vibrations level, mix with the right people, elevate your frequency, and that's where you can tap onto the four realms of alignment and the power of date and space. Because where the focus goes, the energy flow. You want to focus on your pain of your childhood, or your pain of your broken relationship, or your pain of your business failure, you'll be stuck in that situation. That's why, there's a saying, move on. Move on and tap on the new energies, move on to a new environment, set a new goals, focus on it, and that's where the energy will flourish. So that is a secret of manifestations. Because a lot of manifestation out there did not tell you the mechanic of the pre-work and the post-work. They only tell you the middle part of it. Okay, like a sage, or perhaps great men like Nikola Tesla, he said that if you want to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibrations, which we have touched on about your frequencies, vibrations. If you can elevate, so there is where you can access to the universe intelligence mind. And Sadhguru, he has like more than 6 million to close to like hopefully I think getting to 10 million soon. He always tell people that you look inwards, you'll find space where the solution of everything, because the inwards is your superpower, and the inwards is your intuitions that you need to awaken. Okay, so I'm trying to link this theory, like the scientific theories and the neuro-linguistic NLPs, into the achievements that we're going to cover, because achievements will cover the pre and post. Whereas NLP is only the middle parts, where they're talking about the cause and effect, result versus excuses. Perceptions is a projection. Remember, just I'm saying that your taste, your sensories, your perceptions, your verbal communications, and the mind and body connections, because you need to have the will to do it, and then you will get the result, which is responsible for the result. Well, in achievement, we firstly have to condition our mind. Once we condition our mind, it becomes a behavior, and then once behaviors develop, it becomes a habit. You become automated. Automated is about subconscious mind. I'm going to cover and tell you how it works. And then this is where you will see the outcomes evolve, and your desires, probabilities just right in front of you. So this is the frame of the NLPs and the achievement. Okay, so just now I mentioned, so there is a conscious mind, pre-conscious mind, and unconscious mind. In the scientific world, people say that human being use less than 10% of our brain. So what is the hidden G's of the 90%? Is our subconscious mind. And whatever we know in the conscious mind is so limited, because it's only limited to analysis and things related to thinking, presence, or the short-term memories. So in this Fred iceberg theory, it kind of metaphorically represents the mind, saying that we have 3 levels of mind, because our conscious mind is about thought and perceptions. So it's very superficial. So that's why a lot of times we are deceived by our mind. Sometimes we judge like short videos like in social media. Wow, this person don't give seats to an elderly. But we don't know why is this person need that seat. That's what happened to Taiwan. They kind of changed the rule to say that sick people Yeah, because the person was very sick and therefore he didn't give the seat to the elderly. So because this is a perception, the perception is we see a young man sitting on the elderly privileged seat and not giving up the seat. But the reality is it could be he has his issue. He's feeling very ill, or maybe if he stand up, he might be vomiting or whatever. So because our human mind has a conscious mind and we make our perception and judgment. So that is a conscious mind that is limiting the growth. And the pre-conscious mind, the next level is about memories. So it store whatever we have learned, it store our knowledge and skill. So that is a second layer. And the most powerful part is the unconscious mind. And we all know that when we drive home, we can literally don't use GPS, but without thinking, we know how to drive home. So that is unconscious mind. So remember earlier, I thought about the behavior become habit. So this is the part that's once you keep constantly doing it, it will become habit and therefore create the result. So unconscious mind is an unacceptable desires that also prevent you from growth. So these are the unconscious minds that hindrance your possibilities. Like for example, you have like violence experience and therefore you look at men, you're scared, or maybe you're bitten by dog and therefore you see dog, you're very scared. So these are the hidden or unconscious mindsets prevent you from doing something. So these are the things that make like for example the irrational wishes or traumatic experience or shameful experience. You know, people who, I mean, some people have a very bad experience, like females that have been raped or more molested, and they feel shameful, and they not to give themselves a second chance to find a good man or open up themselves to mix with people. So this is unconscious mind that is prevent people from growing. Likewise, a businessman, they might be failure because they trust a friend, they set up business, and therefore from there on, they don't trust anyone anymore. So it becomes a conscious habit that they become skeptic to anything that's offered to them. So these are the unconscious mindsets we need to be discovered, uncovered, and to dissolve it. Okay, so this is a theory that I don't create this. This is a psychological models that's available in internet. And how do you assess and the benefit of if you are able to access to this this superpower of your conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind. Because the conscious mind, what we can do, and up to the unconscious mind is the higher self, where you will see things in the broader dimensions that you will know the present, past, and futures through your unconscious mind. So this is the power of mind mastering. If you master your mind, you master your life. If you can master your left brain, unleash your right brain, this is where you will make a difference in your life. So this is all the theory parts of the science and neuro linguistic. So now you may want to know, how do we program our mind? Actually, this is a technique, a simple technique where because our brain have a wave. Now, while I'm talking to you, I'm at the beta stage. Okay, the beta stage is the navy blue zone, where it's about like talking actively, you're alert. Where else, if you can tap into the alpha stage, this is where your creative mind unleash and the flow of states and focus evolve. Because the more that you focus, the more intuitions will comes in. In our class, will tells you how to tap onto the alpha stage. How can you quickly switch to alpha stage that you can pick the creativity's mind and give you solutions. And this one, unknowingly, I was always able to get into alpha stage. And back then, before I know about all this theory, I always thought that I'm a clever person. I thought that, wow, I got a lot of ideas and I always think that I'm a smart person. A lot of people came to me for solution. I thought, yeah, because I'm smart. But after I knew all this theory, I realized that it's not smart. It's not the intelligence smart, because the intelligence part is based on past memory, what you have learned. And the idea that came up with and the solution that you provide on is something that is beyond your knowledge, experience, or your skill set. it is flow of information from divine or flow of information from universe. Because the flow of the information from universe, when it just flow to you, like for example, flow to me, I will just tell everybody, okay, stop, let me tell you the solution. Then I'll just throw it out because I knew that if I don't say it out, the next second I lose it. I couldn't recall what was the things that come into my mind to tell you what I want to express. So that is the creativity, that is the intuitions that just came in. And in our sessions, we'll tell you how to activate this so that when you face challenges or you face hurdles or you face issues, and you can quickly tap into this alpha stage of your brainwave, and therefore you will be able to connect to a higher self and higher intelligence to give you the solutions. So this is where the reprogramming came in. Okay, so I've talked a lot about scientifics, the neuro-linguistic and spiritual approach. I make a summary of all this, but you don't have to read all this. I do a lot of research and I found that it's all similar. So be it scientific method or be it the mind, brain, surgeon's study of the mind, or the spirit approach, like how we're going to introduce to you the Chiman Tuja, is the same approach. The only difference is we have the key to unlock the fourth dimensions. Okay. And remember just now I talked about the first one, second one, and now I'm going to talk about the third one, which is the growth to achieve the desires of your life. Okay, so how essentially it works is, remember as I said, if you are having all the blockages or the shame or the fear in your subconscious mind, you may not know it, but because you are living in the past and you regret of the past drink, maybe you can ask yourself today, how many of you feel that, yeah, if I were to done that in the past, if I were to know period 8 was property booming stage, I would have done a lot of investment. So we are still living in the past. So whatever that you think of, you regret of not doing it or regret things that you have done it, so you're living in the past that is unable to help you to unleash your potentials. So the future, invest in business, I'm not good at investing in business. Set up business, I don't think I have that skill set. So everything about the future is worry. Want to change my professions. So there's a lot of fears. So there is a futures because you haven't do it. You already set all the boundaries and you already set all the no. And that is where you are also prevent yourself from growing. So our physical mind is always as present. That is where our spirit's alignment can evolve with impossible to a possibilities. So that's why the issues with regrets or fear that will prevent and drift our mind from the regret of doing. Okay, in summary, so the issue is we worry and concern about the setback and the fear, and we allow our spiritual mind to drift from the past to the futures, and this, okay, if this can only be given the commands to access to the presence to unleash your power. So by having the commands to tell you what you want to do now, that is where you achieve the equivalence. Because our mind will start to analyze the past. Why he said that to me, and why she does it to me, why he dumped me, why he doesn't like me, why is he an asshole, or why is he a bad this. So everything that you analyze in the past that make you feel unhappy with it, make you feel unworthy, and make you feel guilty about it. So the things that you shouldn't have done in the past. So, and that is the problems that we have seen a lot of people not able to manifest their life. And after they read the secret of the book and they still couldn't back through, it's because the secret didn't mention about the past that you shouldn't be clinching against. So people who are keeping lingering about the past painful things, painful experience, things that's supposed to be done and feel betrayed and not able to move on. Well, the future is, if you can think of positive way, it's okay. But negative thing in the past, drop and move on. So that is a state of being free and fully appreciate the present and have the actual being and bring your mind to now to fully assess the equivalence that you'll be fully centered and where you will start to manifest the life that you deserve. Okay, so the growth stage, how many of you can you give me a notes of, do you want to be rich or do you want to be wealthy? So type an R or W to show me your engagements. So because by knowing yourself, by knowing the future states, you will define you want to be rich or wealthy. Okay. So by the way, being rich is just having a great deal of money. Whereas where we're going to bring you through the journey is become wealthy. Okay, become wealthy meaning you have abundance of valuable. Because being rich, it can be like you don't want to be rich like you get inheritance, right, from parents who are passed away, which is a sad event, or you being rich, of course, one time off, like you win lottery, then you spend it off, then you couldn't create the wealth anymore. So the real growth is about being wealthy. Okay, and being wealthy, during my consult with my clients, a lot of people ask me, hey, Jessie, what is my wealth capacity? What is my wealth capacity? So I thought this would be an interesting slide for me to tell you how to expand your wealth capacity. Because in real life, we have a default settings, where it's like your partner will be able to tell you what is your default setting. And then the luck, which is the conscious mind. This one we talk about a lot of mind, right? This is where you can break through or from yourself of this shape to become a larger capacity through the consciousness. And of course, you can also do feng shui booster, because feng shui booster can also increase the wealth capacity. Okay, give you some analogy. So this could be your default self. You have the capacity, but your wealth is maybe just 1/4 of your whole capabilities. But because you believe it to see it, meaning you believe in your goals, you believe in your actions, and then you see the result. And you change your vibrations level, you change your frequency, and that's you see, wow, my luck is so good, because you started to attract noblemen, you started to attract people are helpful to you. You started to go into a very positive environment where people are geared towards bringing possibilities. And when you achieve that, you feel that, wow, you have reached the maximum of your capacities. But don't worry, through other boosters, you are able to bring your capacities into another jar, or a bigger jar, to 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 hold your capacity. So it becomes infinite if you are able to tap on that. But unfortunately, sometimes people have a mind block. Although they have a big capacity, they don't believe it. They want to see others do it, and therefore they kind of open their lid. So this is a people who are one step behind. And another way, once you increase your capabilities or your wealth capability, is about you will know that how to give values to people and offering values that people want. You know what is the people's pain point. And number two, you are able to have a diverse income. Like you are not just doing your own business, and even you do your investment, it works. And sometimes you have others gig income. So you become so agile and able to manage things in multiple portfolios. That is your wealth capacities growth. And then you're able to size the trend of time. When I say trend of time, meaning like, for example, now is a period, right? You will know that, wow, I need to do social medias promoting myself, for example, because this is in this period night. Or maybe you know that things which is related to technology, this is something that you want to make sure that you are in this play field. But unfortunately, sometimes you say, oh, because I don't like to show my face, I don't like to talk, I feel shy. So these are the limiting self. And because that is your default setting. Because in default setting, many people tell me, I'm an introvert, I don't want to show this, I don't want to show that. So that is because our energy level is not aligned to the trend of time. When the trend of time is about technology and we don't tap on the technology, then the wealth capacity remain at the default setting. So to grow to the next level of your growth, your wealth stage is the luck, which is the consciousness. You just have to consciously doing it, and therefore you can break your ceiling to the next level. Because break your ceiling meaning like if you're at the third jar here where you already have your max of your capacity, then you have to break it so that you can upgrade to a next jar. So this is how wealth capacity works. And this is the third dimension that we mentioned about the growth. So wealth capacity is also divided into a 3 level. So you may want to do some self-examination. Where are you? So physical wealth is about financial management. So financial management, like you are doing investment, you're still relying on profit and salaries, or you're basically just having savings and inheritance. So this is a physical wealth. Okay. But once you elevate to a next level, you are able to create the mindset wealth. The mindset wealth is about the perceptions of money. Okay. This is the perception of money. So your brain know way to attract the monies. And where at this stage, where's your skill of high incomes growth? So when I say high income skills, meaning like you are no longer doing things which is outdated skill, but you are able to tap on to a new skill set. And this is where I always see some of the old people say, yeah, I don't know how to use new technologies. It's a mind block that they refuse to break through themselves to go into a high skills incomes for a new revenue stream. And the third one, which is the abundant mindset. Because once they're abundant, because sometimes people are like keeping to themselves and feel that they always not enough, like not willing to spend or spend on themselves for the next development. So because they don't have the abundant mindset, they don't believe that if they spend more money on themselves to learn new skill, and therefore they cannot grow. So they will be staying in the old era of the skill set. So there's the abundant mindset that is hindering them. Okay, the third level is the wealth energy. So what is wealth energy? Wealth energy is about inner abundance. That's why in Sadhguru was mentioned, the solutions is in your mind. Once you are able to get into your heart, you will be able to tap onto a miracle force. You will just find that if you're so lucky, you attract people that come and help you. Because if you want to look for mentor or you want to look for investor, no one as an investor will invest in people who are very negative, or no investor or nobleman wants to be the to mix in the stage like how the negative or people who are like to complain. And because these are people who only see problems, and therefore they think that always nothing good happen to me. But once you get into the wealth energy, the miracle force happen. Suddenly, it's just like, for example, Elon Musk, he will have a wild idea to create something that's bigger than what they believe in. So the miracle started to open the path. And at that stage, you will be the wealth magnetizing force, because you are able to magnetize the forces that bring values and breakthrough to you. So that is a stage of wealth that we want to achieve, from physical to mindset to energy. Energy meaning like easily things just come to you. So that is, and in Chimantunja, we are going to share, there is one formation that things will fall to your laps easily. And that is something that you can connect to the divine to get this kind of attractions. Okay, so now I have covered the growth stage. So in our courses itself, we'll be teaching you how to get into the portals of miracles, because that's where you awaken like, oh, this is where I can tap on to achieve the impossibilities. And then step 2, we'll tap onto the superpower. Later on, Brian will take you through what are the superpower that you can make use, which is beyond your guardian of destiny. Your guardian of destiny, which is your inborn superpower. Because it's important that everyone, you should know your superpower, because if you don't fully utilize it, you may be going to the downward spiral and all the behaviors come in, therefore you cannot attract the life that you want. And that is the activation stage. The stage 3 is about alignment. Just now remember I said that all the law of attractions or secrets book, they didn't mention about the past, not the past. They didn't mention about clearing the past problems and then align with the times and space. Because in the Chinese metaphysics, we know that every day the planet Earth movements, be it Jupiter or Mars, all this movement, and even Moon, when they move, it affect our mood, affect our energy level. That's why the Moon, I think the typical one is Moon. We can see that when Moon orbit against the Earth, we see high tide and low tide, and it affect women's body where we have periods, menses every month by 28 days. So this is the force of the universe. But things that you can't see are probably Jupiter's, Mars, or Venus. How is this planet and star has impact in our life? But thanks to the ancient wisdoms, they already see all this and they already document it. And today's world, we have even able to put into a software to shortcut to find the time and space for a personalized engagement. So lastly is the energy exchange. The energy exchange meaning like, okay, so what you have set your goal. If you do nothing, nothing will happen. So like what we say is that 10 times 0, 0. So you have 10 goals, you don't do anything, nothing will happen. But you have 10 things you want to achieve, you do through the time and space alignment, you will see miracle. And that is a miracle force that wants you to experience it. So if you don't know what you want, we also guide you through like what do you want in life and what you don't want in life. Don't want, it can be like, I don't want to be fat, right? I want to slim down. This is something you don't want. Or I don't want to be so negative. I don't want to feel inferior. So this is something that you don't want. And what I can give to get what I want. So that is the last steps of the manifestations. So these are all the G's of the principles of the 4 alignment and the growth stage. So now, without further ado, I would like to introduce Ryan, because he's going to tell you the number 2, which is the superpower. Okay. Ryan, so are you ready?
Sure.
Yeah.
Ready.
Good.
So, okay. The mouse. What's next?
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
So, we're going to talk about the 10 superpowers that everybody can access to. Okay. I'm going to give you the very brief introduction to the 10 superpowers here. Those of you who studied 奇门遁甲 will find this information very familiar. Those who have not, do not worry. Just take note which of the superpowers you're interested in. Okay, one of them might be our default superpower by right. Okay, so the first one is the Iron Guardian. Okay, these are the protectors. They are also known as the genie of the lamp. Okay, they have natural leadership. They are selfless. They have high personal moral values. Okay, they, however, on the negative side, they might be very judgmental, very dominating, very stubborn. Okay, and they tend to intimidate others. Okay, they tend to also suffer from burnout or perfectionism. Okay, overall, they're very benevolent, virtue, and noble. Next is the lunar stage. This is the Mr. Google of the universe. They have a lot of knowledge, wisdom, intuitive, and intelligent. They're often very far-sighted with an eyesight of detail. Okay, and also they may be drawn to the spiritual or the mystics, and they often have a nurturing or protective side. Okay, however, on the negative side, they might suffer from what we call paralysis by analysis. They also might be over negative, secretive, moody, or prone to escapism. Okay, they may also suffer from depressions, mood swings, anxiety. Number 3 is visionary. They are known as the vision board because what they envision, they want, it will manifest. Okay, they can have a lot of, they can turn visions to reality. They are very ambitious. Okay, they have strong interest in power, strategic thinking. However, they also tend to be fearful and paranoid, and what they see will be manifest. Number 4 is known as silver tongue. These are the ones that are called a gift of the gap. They're able to they're well spoken, they're able to articulate, able to be very persuasive and inspirational to others. However, on the negative side, they may be also be deceitful and ruthless. Okay, and naturally they can be very engaged, elegant, a lot of charisma, and a lot of passion. Okay, a gifted communicator. Next up, we have the Stormbringer. Okay, otherwise known as the Energizer Bunny. Okay, this often they will face challenges head on using courage, strength, and aggression. They are a little bit rough around the edges. Okay, on the negative side, they also might be very stubborn and aggressive. Okay, they often have anger management issues, maybe impulsive. Okay, but definitely workaholics. Next up is what we call as an energy controller. Okay, aka the one with the spider sense. Okay, they will they are very intelligent, very charming, extremely adaptive. They often have an eye for luxury or pleasurable items. However, due to the sense that they can control energy, they also can be seen as be a bit negative, cunning, or manipulative. Okay, they also may suffer from anxiety or paranoia. Next up is a hook shot. Okay, this is what we call the chat GPT. Why? Because you are able to access information from a skill set they have not formally trained in. They may have this skill set in a different life, okay, or different realms, and they able to access all the information. They're often very idealistic, ambitious, okay, and they have talents from what we call karmic memories. Okay. However, this also on the negative side, they might be a bit vengeful or insensitive towards others. Okay, and they also suffer from depressions. Next up is the very commonly the influencer, okay, aka the mind reader. Okay, they can understand and influence individuals very well. Their ideas often come with unconventional thinking. They often think out of the box very often. But as such, they also can be seen as hypocritical or untrustworthy. Okay, they have what we call the gift of empathy. They can sense the emotions of others or the thoughts of behind others very easily. And because of that, they often might have suffered from bipolar or personality disorder. Okay, next one is Rocksteady. Okay, otherwise known as Mother Earth. Okay, they are very dignified, resolute, and steadfast. Okay, able to actually help others almost like a motherly love. They're often very resourceful and have strong healing abilities. But because of that, they often can be seen as on negative side as a hoarder or being very passive. Okay, not being able to make decisions very quickly. They often may have also a obsessive compulsive disorder, and they're often very patient, very careful, and very grounded. Okay. Next up is the peacemaker. I believe this is the last one. Okay. So this peacemaker is AKA what known as a Facebook or LinkedIn person because they want to connect to everybody around the world. They have great people and trust networking skills, often very sympathetic, very trustworthy, and very kind. But because of this situation, they are also seen as a bit gullible or indecisive. And they often suffer from burnout and dependency personality disorder, which means they often depend on other people too much. Okay. Their strong point is they can attract and bring people together. Okay. So with this out, okay, what you need to know obviously about 10 spiritual deities is what do you want to manifest towards. However, the first step is of manifesting is actually cleansing. This is what we call the manifesting framework. So with that, I'll give it back to Evelyn to talk more about this topic.
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah. Are you excited about your superpower? Actually, what Ryan has illustrated was all the 10 inborn superpowers that all of us has. The problem is how do you use it? Because some of them, like for example, he was saying that vision board. Vision board is if a person says think positively about the future, then things will manifest. Then you'll be thinking like, whatever things that I think it happened, but how come when I tell other people to do the same doesn't work? Because that is not their superpower. So it's very important that you know which superpowers that you can tap on and unleash and align it with the manifestation framework that we're going to introduce. But then again, because some of them, they have problems that is not able to manifest, although they always think positively about the future. And because the problem with cleansing, remember earlier on we are talking about the past, because the past experience that's hidden in our subconscious mind that has prevented us to grow. And this is something that in the framework itself, we firstly will teach you guys to identify your cleansings and your problems, your challenges, and then go through a goal setting to have a clarity of what you want or what you don't want, so that to align with your superpower, to unleash, to create the possibilities. Then the alignments meaning the flow realms. Remember I'm saying that the universe, heavens, earth, and man, which is the four realm of alignments need to achieve. And through the alignments, we give you the date. I will teach you how to pick the dates that align to your personal energy and your personal actions that related to your goals that you want to achieve. And then you take action. Take action is the just now I mentioned about the energy exchange, like the actions of what you want to do in order for your goals to come in, and what you want the divine to do so that he can help you to create the possibilities. And lastly, which is the validations. This is an interesting part of validations, which I told my clients that when you set all these things, you validate, like send message to the universe and says that give me an evidential occurrence so that I know that you have received my message. And when they see it, they saw the message, they were so fascinating. They called me and said, hey, Leslie, the methods that you asked me to do for the manifestation from what it works, and I saw the sign. What's next? So that's the reason why I created this course again, because they give me a lot of encouragement and a lot of success case that they want more. Because through one-on-one consult, through the life destiny reading, they see one goal has achieved. So that's why I thought it would be beneficial if this framework can reach out to more people, that they can apply and continue to reap the benefits and life that they want. Okay, so now let's move on to the cleansing part. Okay, I think there's many things that we need to clean. So I identify 5 key factors of blockages. So this is something that we need to clean, but I hope that once I go through it, you kind of do some self assessment or self examinations to see which are the blockages or issue that you have, and this is the time that you need to acknowledge it and clean it. Because at the end of the sessions, it will be a bonus to tell you a date that's aligned to your personal destiny, and how do you clean it up. So this is very important sessions. Pay attention so that you kind of re-examine which one relatable to you in terms of blockages or issues. Then when Ryan take over, he will share the time and space. How are you going it? So we want you to have an experience of clearing your karma, so to say. Then you can, when you come to the real class, that's where we'll help you to establish the goal, followed by alignment, actions, and then you will realize your goals. Okay, now, so for example, fear blockage. Okay, do some self-assessment. Do you have a fear of doubt? You doubt that you can't do it. You doubt that you are not capable of it. Or the fear of blockage can be fear of change. Change meaning like, I'm not sure if I should get married because I'm so used to be single, or I'm not sure should I start a side gig, or I'm not sure should I start a business. So like fear of change. So this is the fear that has been holding you back. And another fear of blockage, it could be fear of rejections. So if I want to create my network, I feel like I don't think if I talk to this person, he might want to accept me or he might reject me. So once you fear, you don't want to do it. So that is fear of rejections. And the other fear is fear of numbers. oh my God, I cannot deal with numbers. I'm not good in finance. I'm not like, these are the fears that is a blockage, is a fear blockage. Or the other one is fear of scarcity. You always think that not enough. You earn $10, you keep the whole $10 without even want to spend. Because any money that you are not spending is not your money, right? And you just accumulate in your bank, and one day you have like maybe few 100,000, and then you have been like eating like pulver, and at the end you die, the whole inherit of the saving go to your children or your descendants. So it's like fear of scarcity, because you always think that, yeah, now I make $10, I make sure that I keep like $9.50. That is fear of scarcity, therefore you cannot grow. I hope all this is not relatable in your mind, but if do, you acknowledge it yourself, then in the later stage, you may want to identify this could be the fear that you want to clean up. So number 2, the stuck mind. So what is a stuck mind about? It's a stuck based blockages, like for example, fear of growth. Fear of growth, like because they always think that, wow, I may not have enough bandwidth to do it. I don't think I can cope with it. No, the fear of growth, even fear of success. People sometimes they feel that they're not worthy. Like I knew a friend who liked to sing, and then he always say, "Oh no, I'm not going for the competitions. I don't think that I can make it. I'm very shy." But they likes to do karaoke, but they sing very well. So this is like fear of success. Because if you don't take the steps to really go for the singing competition, you will never know where are you standing, and that is how you're going to break through your lid in the jar, right? So this is a fear of success. That fear of feeling, wow, I don't want to go into this relationship because I fear that he might broke my mind, broke my heart. I don't want to go into, I don't want to give love to someone because in return, he may not love me the same. Like the kind of fear of feelings, they fear that they don't get the same equivalence exchange. So without even trying. So fear of stuck, feeling stuck is also a fear. They feel that they couldn't break through and they are still in the current state of mode. So they're feeling stuck. They don't know what to do. This especially happens like people who wanted to slim down. They feel, oh no, I have been this shape forever. So there's no way that I could slim down. So they feel that there is a stuck. There is a parameters, there's a barrier. So this is the feeling of stuck. And feeling of money decisions. Anything that they want to spend, they kind of worry. Wow, if I invest in this course, then how they started to worry about the investment in the education, invest in themselves for development. So this become and blockages. Then the third item of fear is clarity. No, clarity. This is very apparent, especially the youngster or the teenagers. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want in life. And unfortunately, some of my clients, they come to me, say, help to discover their children's potential, and help to discover their talents. So because they don't have clarity of what they want, what they are capable of. So these are the blockages. Like some other things could be like fear of indecisive. They're indecisive. Maybe this, maybe that, or maybe A, maybe B. So they cannot decide. And they just thought, meaning pause. They don't know what to do. And the other clarity blockages, including like fear of future's vision. They think that maybe my future vision is not pragmatic. Maybe people cannot accept. Maybe my future's vision is too far-fetched. Everything is like maybe this, maybe that. They are not sure. And the other fear is about fear of cluttering. Wow, there are too many things in their mind. They want to do this, but they didn't do. They want to do B, this. Like there's so much thing in their mind. And this is a clarity blockage. They don't know what they want. They also want to eat McDonald's. At the same time, they want to eat chicken rice. They also want to eat laksa. I cannot make decisions. And it's like so much clutter in the mind. And then they started to, what if I eat this? What will happen? They kind of clustering in their mind. And that's lead to indecisive. And the other part of the clarity blockage is fear of welcoming abundance. Like because they don't believe in abundance mindset. Just like, for example, if they they see somebody who drive Ferrari and then the car broke down, say, oh, deserve you. So they don't have abundant mindset. Or maybe rich people are always like rich men are always flirting. So they have the preconceived mindset that rich people are bad. Rich people are always do um unconventional method to make money, so they don't have the abundance mindset. And the fourth one, which is financial blockage. The financial blockage is things that can weaken your like money and career. So the money and careers are like things that you don't believe that you deserve to be a managerial position, for example. You don't believe that this investment's going to work, for example, although you do a lot of research and do at the end you think, okay, never mind, put aside. So this is a mindset blockage. Another blockage is the profit blockage. Profit, like they don't care about how the P&L, they leave it as it is. They don't collect money because they don't believe in collecting money, and they feel shy to ask for money for energy exchange, and they've been giving. So this is the mind blockage. And this is much more apparent, especially in artist person. Artist person, my art is invaluable. Gonna sell? No, I'm not gonna sell. Or even they sell, they don't collect money. Or they do the work, they feel paiseh, that I need to charge you. And then at the end they don't collect. So this is like financial blockage. They feel awkward to charge, they feel awkward to collect money, they feel awkward that my valuable is worth a cash. So this is money blockages. And some of the blockages is like self-sabotaging. They harm themselves. They feel that no, I don't worth it for the monetary return. Or even like financial mess, like totally mess, that they not knowing where is a P&L in and out. So this is a financial blockage. The last blockage is sense of fear. So sense of fear, it could be like, it can be due to families. Like your family says, no, you don't do this. This is not your strength. No, you don't do this. This is not going to work. It prevents you to grow your vision. Some children, they have ambitious. It could be they don't want to be like what's the parent always want them to be, like doctor or lawyer or what. They says, I want to be a musician that's bring soothing to people's life. Or for example, they just want to play music. Then parents say, yeah, play music not going to make money. Arts, you want to grow your business, grow to be an artist person. No, it's not going to make money. So there is a conventional way, and this is the sense of fear of blockage from families that impose in us and impose in our children, and therefore they grow up to say that, no, although I'm very artistic, although I'm very good in arts, I shouldn't be doing that because it's not going to survive in the world. So it impede their capability. So if you do have experience that, this is something that we need to clean up, because your capability is a power that you can unleash to make a difference in your life. And another sense of fear, it will be like fear of blame, because you don't want to take the step. You fear that people will blame you if things go wrong. So, and therefore, you are not able to put the solution onto the table. So another fear is fear of failure. Like, for example, this always happens to our children. Like, for example, they know the answer, they don't want to give the answer because they don't want to see teacher back across, which is wrong. They rather put it blank, although they know the answer. So this is also a fear of blame, or fear of wrong. So these are the things that you may not know it. This is because of unconscious mind. Remember, in the very deep of our mind, it's disabling us. And this is where we are not able to break through. So the good thing is we are here to bring you to a next steps to identify. Okay, here I give you some good sense of, if you know your day master, congratulations, which is good. You can take a reference. This is just some insight. If you know your day master, and therefore you are able to identify these are the mindset issues that we are inherited. Okay. For example, if you're a Jiawu person, you can be very stubborn because you're stubborn that you don't want to change because you're scared that if you change, you might lose face. Lose face meaning like if because you worry that if you change, then you cannot make it and therefore, wow, lose face. So this is Jiawu's unconscious things that has been holding them back. And then Yiwut has a sense of greed, like wow, they want to win fast, win quick. They like to speculate and opportunistic. But the problem is once they become too greedy, they dump everything in like show hand and they fail and it becomes a setback. So this is the area that they need to cleanse, like cleanse their greediness. They know they need to make sure that they done research and is it going to be show hand or what? This is something that's it's not about all opportunity equal, all opportunity is win. So this is a problem with Yiwut people. Next one, which is pink fire. Pink fire is a person, is another type of stubbornness because they are quite routine, okay, and they're quick tempo. So they kind of blown up without even digest, and therefore it become problems in their life that people might not want to disclose things to them. And because they are very routine, they don't want to change the way that they have been doing things. So this is also a blockage and mindset issues. Think fire. They're sensitive and suspicious. Everything opportunity come to them, they're kind of ding, 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 ding. They're suspicious of any opportunity came to them because they are sensitive. So these are some of the hidden blockages that's linked to the 5 components that I mentioned earlier. That you can do some self-assessment. Okay, Wu Earth is a person which is very self-centered because they are like a mountain. Even you recarnations for 10 times, you come back, the mountain is still there. So the tendency of moving, and people who always procrastinate are these kind of people. So they have a blockage of procrastinating, okay, because they are self-centered. They only believe in what they are seeing. So they are a bit close up. Then G-Earth, so a bit reactive, slow in action, and no sense of directions. So this is also another blockage of my inherited issues. Okay, and Keng Metal, which is a person like a sword, which is very single-minded. They are very focused, single-minded. They become so inflexible. So without A to B, B to C, they kind of like, no, I just make sure that I need to do A, B, C. They're very single-minded. If positively used, they can be very focused. If negatively used, if things doesn't work, they get stuck. They don't know what to do. And they will just stuck there and refuse to move. For people who are sync metal, yes, they're so sensitive because they want to observe. They want to show off. So if there's no opportunity to show off or show off without value, then they become inferior. So these are the sync metals blockages. For rainwater, they have low expectations and not so diligent, like okay, okay lah, okay lah, in Cantonese or in Chinese, it's so ma ma hu hu types. So it becomes they don't set a standard or set a quality in it. So it become a mindset issues that they cannot excel and cannot break through because they do things averagely. And the other mind block for the last 10 god will be Gui water. Gui water, they are quite fragile, like a glass that easily break because they think too much, a lot of information that they need to digest. They're dealing into the detail. In Chinese, we call 站牛角尖, like they keep thinking, wow, if I do this, then bad thing will happen. If I do this, they started to like ding, 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 100 things, possibilities that is going to happen at the end. They don't do already. So this is the mindset issues that's all our 10 stem inheritedly has it. So be it if you are conscious, then you are able to overcome it. If you are unconscious, you are default setting that's led by the planet Earth movement. So if you're conscious enough, you see this is your mindset problems, overcome it and consciously tell yourself, I'm not like that. Okay, so this is a mindset issues. I hope it gives you little bit of insight that link to the previous blockages. Do some reflections. because later on, like I says, Ryan will give you insight of the dates that you can do cleansing, because the moment that you clean, it's just like water bottles. If your water inside is polluted, any new things that you want to put in, the whole thing is not going to help. It's only bring in more negative form or more blockages in your life. So it's important that you clear it, and then when you do a goal setting, you insert or pour in with a new water or new setting in your brain. Okay, so now this is a very exciting part about intuitions. Other than how to use your superpower, it's not enough, because superpower, just like you already eat healthily, but why do you even go for gym, or why you want to take a booster like vitamin? And this is going to help you boost your superpower. Just like, for example, foresight. Sorry, there's a wrong spelling of the foresight. So intuition is the highest form of intelligence. So this is what we call intuitive intelligence. So when a person's intuitive intelligence is activated, so you know what's going to happen. So they can do what they want. They know how to get there and have the courage to do it, because you need to trust your intuition. A lot of time in the beginning part, I don't trust my intuition because I thought that, is it my mind or is it my intelligent mind doing it? So once you trust it, the path will open up. So for foresight, for example, I don't know, there's many terms that we call intuitions. For example, foresight would be the ability to anticipate the future event or things going to, the outcomes going to happen. So often without conscious reasoning, because if you have your active left brain, the conscious reasoning will tell you, no, I don't think, based on the past research, based on the past information, it's not going to work. So you need to shut down your left brain and unleash your intuitions, because the intuition allows you to predict what might happen based on the subtle cue, the cue or past pattern. So this is a foresight. This is very important, especially for even businessmen or anyone that you want to make a decisions, that you know that what you can anticipate for the future. So what is sixth sense? Sixth sense is like spider sense, where a heightening of awareness or a sense of danger. Sometimes you just feel like, today I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like going to the same route, because you have the spider sense that's you have the instinctually, you have some warning that something's going to happen and you cannot prevent it. So this is often, we always say, I'm a tikong popue, or God is watching over me, that they ask me not to go to the route, and happen that the route, some disaster happen or accidents happen. So this is your sixth sense. And the other one, which is like instinct, like businessmen, they always say, the best business acumen is intuitive business sense. Like they will know how to connect with people. They know how to build relationship. They know that this person is worthy for them to spend time to connect with or not. And they will ask the right questions to get the right attentions with the people that they want to connect with. So this is the instinct. And it also involves making like quick decisions in business or in a social context that lead to a success outcome. So this is the instinct. Hunch can be like having a strong feeling or impression of a situation, or often without clear evidence, but the hunch might be like is a guiding decisions or actions with rational data which is insufficient and not available. Like there's no data to prove that this is going to work, but you know that your hunch feeling is, yes, if I go with this direction, it's going to work. So that is a hunch feelings. Or perceptions of time, events, space, that can change the intuitions, or we can alter how one perceives the time, space, events, when it's often lead to a feeling of like we say that the times become slowed down, or being in the right space, right timing, involved in sensing the shift of the environment flow. So in Chinese we say 天时地利人和. For some whatever reason, you just appear in a space that you are not often doing it, but then it gives you enormous opportunity. So that is a sensories of perceptions. And then the other one is gut feeling. So you have the deep feeling of instinct, feeling that acting upon some guiding compass. You just know where to navigate your life. This is like we say gut feeling, decisions to take actions, and the deep sense of righteousness or wrong. You know that uh if you submit this paper, is going to what will happen. If you don't submit this paper, what's going to happen, and what is the information that you want to put in. So this is the gut feeling. And premonitions is the ability to sense visually how event will unfold, like before they happen. And this one I tell you, this is if you read Steve Jobs book. Steve Jobs, when every year he will collect project from his staff, like project A, project B, project C, project D. Then he go for a retreat. He go for his meditations. What he did was, like, he will start to visualize project A. If I execute this project A, what will happen next step? What will happen? What will happen? Project B, do this, what will happen? What will happen? So he already kind of visualized how the event will unfold and before how it happened. So that will foretell the future of occurrences. And that is the premonitions capabilities if you activate your intuitions. And lastly, the most exciting one, which is the third eyes, because third eyes is an inner vision. So this is where the ability to look inward, because remember Sadhguru or even the sages or even Buddhist Sakyamuni, I think many sages out there, they says that look inward, you will get the solutions. So the third eyes is the fourth realm dimensions of spirituals that you can connect with your higher self, where you can tap on your pure intelligent mind, which is the baby stage, where you can where you can shut down your left brain to see the possibilities and the physical realms that's deeply aligned to self-awareness and spiritual insight. So if you're interested in tapping on or open up your third eyes, and we'll give you certain dates, if you know where is your intuitions, by practicing it, you will be able to unleash that possibilities. So let's check it out. Next page. Okay, so these are the 9 dates based on your personalized intuitions palace. For those who know Chiman Tuja, this one I have made a lot of research with special formations and also 28 constellations. Constellations are for those who are not trained with Chiman Tuja. Constellation is a planet movement. I pick those which is spiritually related state that have a booster to the intuition. So these are the special date. Take a screenshot if you know your intuitions. If you don't, if you know your intuition palace, if you don't, come to our class. We'll tell you how to fish the information and constantly practice. And there's various methods that I put in place in my courses that it's not just about the date and time. There's other interesting methods that you can tap on to practice or evolve or to strengthen your intuitions. So these are the insights that I hope you can take away and get more valuable. But we have more bonuses coming up in the next few slides, and I will pass the stage to Ryan. He will tell you more about our upcoming courses. Ryan, over to you.
Okay, sure. So next up, this is just an introduction of what we want to cover during the day 1, okay, as well as day 2 of the master class. It's going to happen in mid-September, 23rd and 25th of September. Okay, so the first day is all about preparation and insight. We'll cover again how to awaken and use your superpower, and especially the one that you want to use. Okay, we'll go deeper dive into how to activate your intuition and train how to do it as well. And obviously, earlier we talked about a lot of mind blockages. We'll go in-depth details about what different mind blockages everybody is experiencing and how we can get rid of it. Okay, in the aspire stage, we actually help you design your future goals. Okay, using a SMART goal. And more importantly is, as I said earlier, there are dates and timing that are very special, which is which we'll provide to everybody later on. Okay, if on day 2, we'll focus on the actions or application. Okay, so we'll teach you how to activate yourself by quickly different ways to access sage modes. Okay, we'll give you some examples how to write a proper manifestation script and also help you to rewrite your own destiny. And the final part, we actually share with you different actions and quick wins. Okay, and we also help you thrive using a special meditations method called the 7-star path walk. Okay, so right up, as mentioned, today we're doing the awareness, which is a free video, free course, okay, that we can provide everybody. The 2-day course is $797. On top of that, we are actually providing group Zoom that have question and answers and allow everybody as students to do a revision of subjects. On top of that, upon request, we're actually providing private one-to-one coaching by appointment. Okay, we're also providing a 6-month subscription in our Telegram chat that actually have all the good dates of cleansings, manifestations, 7-star walks, intuition. All these are the total value of the course is over $1,300. However, we are taking away all the bonuses. Okay, as you sign up for the course, you'll get all this bonus for free. Okay, and right now the cost is at $797. For all people who attended today's video, as well as those people who are not able to attend to this video, but able to pay the deposit by today, which is the 14th of September 2024, before the stroke of midnight, you'll still be eligible for the 697 early bird special. This early bird special will cease once it's past midnight the next day. Okay. So right now, I'm going to talk. Now we talk so much about blockages. As you can sense that it's very important to cleansing. Okay. Now, for those of you who are watching the video up at this stage, okay, some of you may have question how to do cleansing. All right. How to do a proper cleansing? How often do cleansing? Okay, so I'm going to share with you how to do a cleansing first. Okay, as mentioned, you can use cleansing for distressing, removing energy, enhancing positive energy. Okay, more importantly is to help yourself towards go to manifestation. So next up, I'm going to share with you a method how to do cleansing, a very simple, a low risk method. Okay, first of all, you need to identify 2 palaces. Okay, one is the Destiny Palace. Okay, the other one is a Karmic Palace. Okay, using online softwares that you can access to, or using the software that our partner is providing, you can actually find out the Destiny and the Karmic Palace very easily. For today's example, we're using this gentleman who has both the Destiny and Karmic palaces in the same Northwest Palace. Okay. So first up, identify your Qi Karmic Palace sector within your home. In other words, take a compass, go to the middle of a house or your floor plan, and identify which corner, which sector is your Karmic Palace. Step number 1. Step number 2, go to in that palace, go that sector. Within the sector itself, use a compass to find your Qi Destiny Palace direction. Okay, remember the difference is sector is an area in your house, a direction is where you're facing. Okay, step 3, align to your Qi Destiny Palace direction. Now there are 2 methods you can use for cleansing. One is using the fire, the other is using water. Everybody has own preferences. Okay, there's no one method better than the other. The reason why we're using this one is this is one of the safest method for cleansing, but it's your personal choice to use fire or water. So the fire method is to get a small candle. I think a lot of us go to IKEA to get those tea candles, very small, that can light up for anything between 30 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, do not get those big humongous candles that can burn for 4 days 4 nights. Okay, do not get those red color candles you can get from the temples. Okay, that's not very appropriate. Okay, so if you are worried about safety, okay, do use the water. Okay, so choose which method you like. Okay, get the info, get the water, get the candle lit up, and the sector have a nice, be a comfortable position, back face. Okay, your Timon Destiny Palace back face. Slow down your brain wave so you can connect your subconscious mind. So you can now you need to address your own superpower to remove it. Okay, during the class we actually will teach you how to phrase it. Okay, make sure you ask them to remove away all mental blockages, both seen and unseen. Okay, visualize the negative energy flow out from your body into the fire, into
Sorry.
yeah, into the fire, okay, or into the water. Okay, at the end of the session, okay, with the fire, blow out the candle. Okay, with the water, please pour it away. Do not use it to drink. Do not use it to water your plants. Okay, because all this, because of the fire, it also symbolizes your negative energy being burnt up in the fire. The water is also poured away the water. Okay. So next up, I'm going to share with you people the recent upcoming timings to do mental cleansing. So these are the directions. So for people, for example, in this slide, with the Destiny Palace in the north or northeast, you can consider these dates and timing in September and October for the north and northeast. Okay, for the east, I highlighted in green because these are upcoming dates before the start of the course. So it's good that you can spend some time to cleanse if possible. For the southeast, there's also 2 dates that's very close by, okay, in September and October. Next up is for those with Destiny Palace in the south and southwest. Okay, the dates highlighted that those very early, and as well as the west and northwest. Okay. So as mentioned, all these dates will be provided as a bonus content to our students through our Telegram group chats. Okay, so as mentioned, the first day is all about preparation, how we can do all the manifestation. This will be very theory strong, very informative, and we do expect people to come back to us to ask questions or clarification as well. The second day is mostly focused on activating about actions, how you can overcome things very quickly and effortlessly. As mentioned, the early bird special is only valid for people who sign up by tonight, the 14th of September, before a show of midnight. Afterwards, tomorrow you revert back to the $797. Okay, so this up is if people who are still interested, okay, and want to find out more, please take this time to scan this QR code so you can know your interest in this area. Okay, so we have still a bit of time.
Maybe we can do Q&A if there's anyone have questions.
Okay, so you stop the sharing.
Okay.
Okay, done. Yep. Okay, so give me a second. Okay, right now is we have a bit of time. Okay, so anybody any questions that you like to anything you want to clarify? Okay, so open up a few seconds, a few minutes for people to type in all these things. Spotlight.
you like the content so far? Maybe give some thumbs up if you like the sessions, or if you have any questions, please you can either type or unmute.
No.
Since we
No.
have like 20 minutes.
It's okay. Okay, Florence, thank you so much. Okay. Yes, we feel that this content is very important, and that's why we wanted to share with everybody openly on these things. Okay. So maybe what we can do is, okay, we have a comment from Priscilla. Okay. Yes, Priscilla, we understand that we are, because we have a lot of content. Today, I actually have a lot of content. I understand you missed out the beginning parts, but do not be afraid. This will be uploaded to YouTube today. Okay, so you still have a chance to take a look at the content. You still have a chance to screen, and I'll do my best to add some time, the timeline, the bookmarks. Correct. We will add the bookmarks of the different points of the video of what things are being shared, so you can catch on it a bit quicker. But do know that this purpose of today's class is to actually enable our students who have signed up already for the early bird, so they can get quickly this information, and more importantly is so they can do the cleansings before the start of the class on the 23rd and 25th of September, coming soon.
Yep.
Okay.
In the programs, we will be teaching you guys how to personalize your debt selections so that it become a self-help tools. And thanks to our partners that have very good tools that you can subscribe to, that you can use it to help you in your life progress. So it is not like one-off, you learn from the class and then that's it. Because after these sessions, we'll bring you to a slightly advanced level, which is we are going to have a group classes where we are going to give you more insight. And then after that will be a one-on-one sessions where through your progress of your goal settings, you can follow up with us or what are the things that may be missing or what are the things that you can improve, or maybe you can share with us what are the evidential occurrence that you have experienced and how much is how much you have breakthrough your goal settings, and then you can go through the whole cycles of goal setting again to build your next step of success. So that's why with the framework of the 5 circles balls, you can use it to constantly set your own goals and then use the tools to check the right date for your execution and right date to do manifestations. I think the most important is the intuitions part, because intuitions, like I said, it's not just about sitting there and meditate. Actually, there's many other methods that happen in your real life that you may not discover, but then I'll also touch on that so that you know that, wow, okay, you have been manifesting, or wow, you have been downloading intuitions. Because a lot of time, without awareness and insight, you don't know that it is a divine intervention that gives you that empowerment. So with the live class that we are going to conduct, you will have new discovery. And the new discovery is not just purely about Chimantoja, but it's a scientific research finding that I learned from NLP and also some scientific approach or spiritual development they undergo. I will also pack it together so that you won't be just restricted to what's the traditions of Chimantuja itself, but also a broader base of informations. So that will be the insight of the courses. Any questions or things that you guys want to clarify? And thanks, Raj, for joining the class. And thanks, Priscilla and Florence, for your comments. Why the superpowers names names? Okay, because people who don't know about Shimantuja superpower, they might not know what are we talking about. So by using layman terms and character, I hope that these people will be able to relate. Like if they saw Captain American, then they know that, oh, okay, oh, I got this Captain American superpower. And who else in the character?
Okay, so maybe Jessica can help me pull up the 10 superpowers.
Okay.
Okay, on it. Okay. Another way, the main reason why we are not sharing the main commonly used name in 奇门遁甲. Okay, need share.
Share.
Yeah, so the green color button. Correct. So another reason why is because I also feel that sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, can. Okay. So another reason why I don't want to share the traditional 奇门遁甲 as well is because I personally find that sometimes if we are limited to the name, okay, we do not understand the message behind the name, the energy. So I'm using I will still during a class, I'll still share what the 奇门遁甲 name is. Just that I don't want it to be stuck to a certain name to it. After all, isn't it in Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, a rose by any other name smells just as sweet. So it's meant to actually to help the people understand the energies behind it rather than have a names label stuck onto it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I could add on, just like for example, if you look at influencer, you might be thinking, wow, I also want to be influencer. Is it part of my superpower? So at least people easily remember it easily. Or hook shot. Wow, is it something that I can recall the past? Like able to do data mining. So what kind of superpower is this? Is it part of me? So it's easier for people to understand for a lay persons, because a lay person they might not know what is the real name of like Ten Se, which is the surging snake, or even like Nine Heaven, which is a visionary. So visionary, like if you look at this superpower, you will start to think, would I have the visionary superpower? So it's much more layman term that people can understand. So this is how we thought easier for people who don't have experience and don't know about 奇门遁甲, see this as more practical sense.
Okay, we have a question from Raj. Okay, Raj 1. We will not be recording the actual day 1, day 2 course. Okay, we do have plans to maybe have this as a virtual course maybe later on. We're still in the midst of having the decision of when we're going to launch it. Okay, so at the moment it will be a live course in Singapore on the 23rd and 25th of September. So if you're still interested, please join us. Okay. Okay, see, Priscilla is asking for information regarding the peacemaker and the intuition. Intuition is which intuition one are you referring to, Priscilla? Okay. So the first one, this is a peacemaker. So with peacemaker, you are very good with people. You're good at very networking. Okay. You are very sympathetic. Okay. You are almost, I say, motherly. Okay. And very good example as mentioned is from a Marvel movie is Spider-Man. Okay. He's known as the neighborhood superhero. Okay. Or Ant-Man. Okay. Who's able to connect to a lot of his ants. Okay. So this one will go in more details. And the reason why I put 4 images because I also do not know which image people may understand. Because I put some characters that is from the animation Naruto. Some people may not understand it. Okay. So Priscilla, intuition. What intuition do you remember? I think influencer, you mean? Or this slide? Priscilla?
Okay, hope that it's not to pinpoint the 4 sides missing one T.
Don't worry, we know we have some typing error.
Okay, so intuitions, I think it's a very important booster. If you can tap on this, there's our teacher also mentions about if you have dementia, but if you can activate your intuitions, at least there is a supplement to your loss of memories, because intuition is a connections to the higher self or the divine energies, where it will give you a different dimensions of information and insight. So even if you have a short of memory, never mind. Intuition is a greater consciousness unity. So if you know about the sage of greater men, they always say that one consciousness meaning like once you activate your intuition, it is about knowing how others people feel, knowing what's the earth is evolving. With that, you will be able to in sync to find out what is needed by the people in the world that you can contribute to. And this is where I say that you can create the wealth. Wealth capacity is about how much problem you can solve. The more life that you touch on, the more returns that you will get. Okay, Priscilla says interesting way of introducing. Oh, okay, thank you. And slide about karmic, etc. That was too fast, that were close to it related to intuition. It's different. Intuitions and karmics is two different things. That's why you should come to our class. Therefore, you will know how do we pick the karmics. Because karmic, there is some form of hidden things that's happened in the past that carry on to our current experience, that it hold us back from growing. So this is the karmic palace. Whereas the intuition is another dimensions of your personal how to get personal personal chart. Personal chart. Yeah, simplicity is just your personal chart. So it's a two different things. So yeah, karmics, cleansing, intuition. Because if you don't clean, like I say, remember the bottles. If you have like polluted water, which is your karmic baggages or your blockages, then it won't prevent you from growth, because any new things that you pour in, the polluted water will kind of expand. So of course it may be dilute to a certain extent, but the best is pour away, make a clean bottles, then you refill it with your new goals. And then with booster, which is like put in vitamins or put in some things, when you drink it, you'll be much more superpower unleashed, right? So that's why this is how we build our content. Right, you want to say something?
Yep. So in addition, as for how we able to choose so in terms of how we are choosing the methods that we can find to do cleansing, okay, using the karmic palace sector, but back facing your destiny palace, is because number one, we're being taught to try out this way, and number two, we both of us have very good experience. And on top of that, there are also additional methods which I'm happy to share with the class on how to do cleansing or how to gain intuition. So all this doesn't come from just theory.
Yeah.
This comes from our practical application, not just from ourselves, from our peers, okay, as well as teachers will share with us very practical applications of how to do it. It's not meant to be a one-way direction where we tell you something and you accept it totally. We expect students to try out and then come back to us either during the class, during the live Zoom, during our communication with them, or during the one-to-one chat, so we can help them to find the best way for them. Okay, hope that makes sense to you. And Priscilla, I do hope you will consider joining our class. If not, at the very least, communicate with us continuously so that we can see that in the future we're having other classes. We can invite you to join in. Okay? Sure. Okay, just on the last part, share the slide where we have the QR code. Okay, so that people can express interest. Okay. So for Priscilla, if you're interested, okay, please feel free to even scan this information, okay, and be updated, okay. Even if we don't get your so-called your details or your payment, we can still keep in touch, so we can provide you more information, okay.
I think I also want to thank my clients who has already signed up even before today's sessions. And thanks for the leave of faith that without knowing what's the content, you just trust me and says that you want this, you want manifestations class. And although I was scrambling to put the material together and find an experts like Ryan's to be my partners to put the programs together, and really, really appreciate that kind of trust and that kind of belief in the whole system, or believe in us that we are able to create values. And thank you so much that you have signed up even before all these things happen. And I'm sure that after you see the preview, you will have more confidence that the values that you'll be getting is not just the price that you're paying, but also our personal times. Because other than the live today's class, including the group coaching, because group insight will also give you more content, and then one-to-one. So that will be a lot of efforts from us. Yeah. And I'm sure you will enjoy the live sessions with us, because it's going to be a lot more practicals and applications. Yeah.
Okay, just want to add some final details, okay, to the course. Actually, this masterclass is actually something that both of us have put in a lot of efforts, because we both have gained a lot of success through our practical application, okay, be it through 奇门遁甲 or be it through NLP, okay. All this we do find that this has able to provide, and I'm hope that our students, okay, will also benefit from our input, because literally both of us are like yin and yang, okay.
Yeah.
Adding two side of components, okay, rather than just one person. If you notice that we also dress yin and yang style today. I'm wearing white and Jaslyn is wearing black. Correct. So we are actually dressed in the yin and yang method as well, okay. So we actually want to put the content together, because we hopefully our strengths will help our students very easily, as well as our own weaknesses, our own areas that we are lacking in. Both of us can help each other and top up. Okay. So we are coming to the final minutes, okay, of sharing already. Okay. Thank you everybody. We have shout out from Rizwan, Maria, okay, and Florence. Okay. Thank you so much for your comments. Okay. And soon we will upload this to our video on our two YouTube channels, I believe. One is my own personal channel. The other one is Zest Wisdom YouTube channel. Okay, I'll provide the links to both. Okay, it's your choice to see which one you want to go to. Okay, and if you're still hope, as mentioned, the early bird special is only valid till end of the day today before midnight. Okay, the 14th of September 2024. Okay. Okay, Priscilla. Oops, internet was
Broken.
okay. No worries, Priscilla. You will get the YouTube video. You'll get YouTube video. I'll, if you could, maybe just keep in touch with us by Telegram. Okay. As if you're a follower of my channel, you will get the links of both videos on my Telegram later today. Okay, so don't worry about that. We'll make sure that it get to you. And on YouTube, maybe you may not get the timestamps exactly today, but definitely by Monday, latest Tuesday, you should will get it. So you can go through and review this content again later on. Okay. Yep. Okay. Maybe some final words from Jaslyn.
Thank you, Priscilla. And thank you the rest of the people who are joining today's sessions. Maybe we shall connect through Telegrams again, and you can follow us through our Telegrams or our Facebook, and we'll post the information there. And really appreciate for those who coming and join the class and have a lot of interactions. And also, I know that Florence, you always very supportive, and thank you so much. We shall see you guys in the live class, or maybe in other possible sessions that we're going to organize subsequently.
Okay, thank you everybody.
All
I'll
right.
see you soon.
Thank you
Bye
so much.
bye.
Bye. Have a nice weekend.